Hey Charger Engineer, it's time to take your roadmap and plot your course or courses for fall semester. Here are some things to keep in mind as you watch this video. First, to be a full-time student, you must register for at least 12 credit hours. UAH uses a block tuition model, so tuition is the same for 12 to 18 hours. The College of Engineering recommends 14 to 17 hours your first semester. To finish in 4 semesters, you will need an average of 16 hours a semester for 8 semesters. Some courses are not offered every term. Examples: FYE 101E is only offered in the fall, EH 103 is only offered in the spring, and most courses have prerequisite chains. Science courses typically require laboratory co-requisites. For example, if you take General Chemistry 1, CH 121, you must also register for a lab section, CH 125. You should also have a backup plan for your Charger Foundation courses. Those classes fill up and you might need other options. To get started, you need to get all of your materials together. Your 4-year plan based on your placement, a blank schedule to draft your fall courses, a list of credit you have earned, you did this in Module 1, a couple of highlighters, your major flowchart, and the HSBS HFA Charger Foundation requirements. You can find all of these forms in this module. On your 4-year plan, highlight the credit you have earned in one color. For the purposes of this video, the sample student has AP credit for Calculus A, MA 171, and dual enrollment credit for College Writing 1, EH 101. We've highlighted these in blue. Highlight the remaining fall courses that you need to take in another color. In this case, we've highlighted them in green. So now we'll add the green courses to your blank schedule. This is the start of your list of fall courses. So we'll add CH 121, 125, EGR 101, and FYE 101E. Then we'll need to make adjustments to get to the number of hours you need for your first semester. Remember, full-time status requires at least 12 hours. So let's go back and review the 4-year plan for the sample student. Remember that they had AP credit for Calculus A and dual enrollment credit for EH 101. So we're going to backfill the holes left in the fall semester with courses that happen later in the 4-year plan. So for example, we're going to move Calculus B back to fall semester since the student already has Calculus A credit. We'll also move an HSBS course back from the spring term to take the place of the EH 101 course that the student has dual enrollment credit for. Remember, there are lots of options here for moving things back and forth throughout your time at UAH. You should always ask an advisor if you're not sure. When making any adjustments, students should consider the prerequisites and the semesters in which some courses are offered. This is where your major flowchart is useful. The flowchart shows the courses in order from year 1 to year 4, just like the 4-year plan, but with prerequisite chains added. The legend at the bottom of the flowchart will help identify the types of courses by color and will show classes that are prerequisites, solid lines, or prerequisites with concurrency in dashed lines. For example, Calculus A is a prerequisite for Calculus B, which is a prerequisite for Calculus C, all solid lines. So a student couldn't take Calculus B until they've completed Calculus A, and so on. However, Calculus C is a prerequisite with concurrency for MAE 271 statics. This means the student must complete Calculus C before taking statics, or take both Calculus C and statics in the same semester. The flowchart will also indicate courses that are only offered once per term. An example of this in this flowchart is FYE 101E. The title course in the title of the course in the bubble is shaded in dark gray. This is an indication that that course is only offered in that term, in this case, fall semester. Some majors have more of these courses than others, so check your flowchart. So you should have a list of classes for fall semester that'll look something like this. You are now ready to start looking at class days and times and register. Are you waiting on some test scores or dual enrollment credit? Here's our. For math, you can only register for a math course based on placement or prerequisites. So register for the course that you are placed in until you get your updated scores. Once you have your scores, you should email the advisors at engineering@uah.edu ASAP so they can help you register for the next math course in the sequence. So here's an example. You are placed in Math 171 or Calculus A, but you're going to take the Calculus BC exam before school is out this year. You'll register for Calculus A until we get your scores. Charger Foundations. If you are waiting on a history, English, or psychology course AP exam or dual enrollment credit, you should register for a different category in the Charger Foundations if you're going to take one of those courses this fall. So for example, you're taking HIS 103 via dual enrollment and plan to take the AP Government exam. Take your HFA courses number 2, the Fine Arts, this semester. That way, you don't run the risk of registering and taking a course that you don't need. For science, we strongly encourage you to stay with your cohort for science classes. This means taking things like chemistry and physics 1 in the semester we suggest. So for example, if you have credit for MA 171 and you're going to take MA 172 in the fall, you actually have the prerequisites to take physics 1 in the fall as well. But we don't recommend that. Plan to take Chemistry 121 in the fall and wait to take Physics 1 with your cohort. College writing. Do you have AP or IB credit for college writing? You're placed in EH 103 and have credit for EH 101 from an AP exam. What do you do? There are no issues for fall. Just plan to take EH 103 or 102 in the spring. Perhaps you have dual enrollment credit for EH 101 and EH 102 from dual enrollment. You're done with college writing. You can pull back an HSBS or HFA course. This is true for all English placements. So what's next? Registration and Module 5. But first, I encourage you to review all the resources in this module at least once. It's really important. There are a few video examples that you might find useful to watch as well. Ask questions. Email the advisors at engineering@uah.edu when you have questions. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching.